Hibs have beaten Rangers at Ibrox in the Championship this season. Came close to doing the same in the Challenge Cup at the start of the campaign as well. They must think they have a good chance here of doing the same again, Andy.
Yeah, it's a different test for Hibs. I saw them in their last home match against Alloa. They were very impressive, but Alloa were quite defensive in the lineup. I'd imagine Rangers would be much more open today, and in all honesty, I think it suits Hibs.
Ian Black gets the first free kick. Here's Lee Wallace, a Hearts player, back in Edinburgh. Cummings, under pressure from Nicky Law. Fontaine now, up to Malonga, but it's won by McGregor. It's come off Liam Craig. Foster will take the throw. Clark finding Law, and Law finding Wallace. It's Rangers who are on the front foot. Stevie Smith's cross should be taken by Oxley. Third against second in the Championship, but these two teams lagging way behind Hearts. So Kenny McDowell in charge of Rangers now. Spent 10 years coaching at Celtic. Joined Rangers in 2007, worked under Walter Smith as well as Ali McCoist. Kenny Miller got away with that as it bounced off Craig. Foster. As Fraser Aird nearby. Nicky Law now. Scott Robertson. It's stopped by Ian Black. Smith for Wallace. Sticking with the same side that beat Livingston last week. The Rangers have lost their last 3 away games.
Excellent from Aird. He picked that ball up just about 10 yards from the halfway line, carries it 30-40 and wins a corner for his team. This is promising for Rangers.
An early opportunity for Rangers to gain an advantage at Easter Road. Aird's corner sent back to him by Craig. And Craig out to block it.
Well, that's 2 chances to get a ball into the box with everyone up in attack. And he's missed out both times, Fraser Aird.
Rangers are actually unbeaten in their last 13 visits to Easter Road. They haven't lost here since 2006. But their circumstances are rather different this time around. Black linking up there with Clark. Scott Allen stepped in and quickly gave Black a swerve. Allen trying to slide this through, but Simonson comes to claim.
Remarkable reaction there from Ian Black. Walked onto his feet and just stood there, walked back. I know he's a long way away from the ball, but he has to show some sort of desire to get back in.
Steve Simonson came into the side early on when Cammy Bell was injured. Free kick is given against Nicky Clark, son of Sandy. Hibs have won back-to-back league matches for the first time in a year. They are 7 points behind Rangers, so a win today would be hugely significant. Stevenson. McCulloch stops that reaching. Jason Cummings. Here's David Gray, who's been a key player for Hibs this season, but needs a groin operation at some point.
I think you're right, Ian. He's been terrific, wonderful professional. Gives you a good solid 7, 8 out of 10 every time he takes to the field.
He scored his first ever career goal at Ibrox back in September, and it only took him 166 matches to do it. Alan Stubbs played in a few Old Firm games for Celtic. He was at Celtic when Kenny McDowell was coaching there. Here's Danny Hanley. Now Gray. Scott Allen. Too much on it for Robertson for the longer, but it's mostly been a good watch this season.
Yeah, I think they get a lot out of Scott Allen. He's got a bit of imagination, he's got a really good range of passing. And Danny Handling, I think, has grown into the role of being a recognised first-team player. And he's also someone with a really good touch. Receives the ball really well with his back to goal. And as you saw in that move, was able to get good passing. His distribution is excellent.
Easter Road hasn't quite been the fortress Hibs would have wished it to be this season. Too many draws have impeded them. In fact, their 3 home wins in the Championship have come against the bottom 3, Cowdenbeath, Alloa and Livingston. Break on here though for Cummings, shadowed by Foster, supported by Craig. Stevenson on the touchline. Craig delivers. It's going to come to David Gray, who set himself. Phenomenal goal! David Gray smacks one in to give Hibs an early lead. That was spectacular.
Absolutely magnificent. I actually wondered whether he could have taken it first time. As it falls to him here, it was falling perfectly for him. But to take a touch, steady himself, and look at the accuracy of this finish. Wonderful strike right into the top corner. Stevenson can't get anywhere near it. Nicky Law turns his back on the shot, doesn't get close enough to try and get the block in. What a strike from David Gray.
Well, we were just saying he scored his first ever goal in 166 games at Ibrox in September. And he's at it again against Rangers.
He's prolific.
He also scored in the cup against Alloa. A startling start to what should be a feisty, festive fixture at Easter Road. Turbulent times for Rangers. Not the start that Kenny McDowell would have wished for.
And I think it does turn the focus on a group of players who have vastly underachieved this season. A goal down, 12 points behind Hearts in the title race. But they have to make sure that they get back into this game and make sure that they're showing Hibs that they can compete. You mentioned earlier on Hibs, you know, having the better of them in the games that they've played at Ibrox this season.
Yeah, Hibs probably would have beaten Rangers in the Challenge Cup, but for Danny Handling's red card. And they were 3-0 up at half-time in the league meeting there. They're 1-0 up already here. And what a goal it was.
Well, like most full-backs, he's getting up into a really strong position. Nicky Law just turns his back, but that is just so accurate. It's a beautiful strike right into the top corner. I doubt he'll score many better than that one.
That's a Christmas cracker from David Gray, all right. Lewis Stevenson with the throw for Cummings. Bobby Madden, the referee, having to step in. Handling and Black getting a bit involved.
Well, we know he likes to get involved in a scrap, but I don't think Handling will shy away from any physical contest.
Allen. Hanlon. Over towards Stevenson. Picked him out perfectly. Stevenson hanging in there just. Allen away to Gray. Malonga. Allen's cross. Craig! Cummings! Hibs 2! Rangers 0 already! They're putting on a show! But it's a nightmare start at the end of a turbulent week for Rangers.
Well, this is a fabulous goal because it starts from Paul Hanlon. That long diagonal out to the left. Eventually they work their way out to the right where they've still got a bit of width. But look at the back post area. Foster drawn into no man's land. It's a lovely touch back from Liam Craig. And the movement from these Hibs players is absolutely first class. Because if Cummings doesn't get it, I think it's Gray again who's up there. Almost a couple of yards from goal. These Hibs players showing a tremendous desire to get on the end of things.
Jason Cummings, who scored twice at Ibrox back in September, had that presented for him by Liam Craig. A lovely move from Hibs. Rangers, though, all over the place in the early exchanges.
Well, you look at the way they use the full width of the pitch, especially from Hanlon, who started it. The left back far forwards, a wonderful pass to him. Then it's not on, they bring it out to the right-hand side. And another quality delivery into the box. Great to watch.
Lee Wallace's throw, Stevie Smith. Foster. Kenny Miller showing interest, but it's clutched by Mark Oxley.
Well, Clark wants to show, he wants it at his feet. Miller peeling away to the back post area. But Oxley taking it very comfortably and cleanly. There was a foul earlier on Fraser Aird. Now then, what sort of reaction are we going to get from these Rangers players? 2 down after 13 minutes.
A huge reaction is required. Black sending it towards McCulloch, won't reach him, away by Hanlon. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Hibs. Jason Cummings turned into Ian Black. Nicky Law now. Nicky Clark chasing, but Hanlon across, and the free kick will go his way.
Well, this is where you show a bit of bravery, Ian. Rangers players need to be brave and get on the ball. Make sure you're giving the man in possession an option. Plenty of time for Rangers to get back into the game.
An extraordinary start from Hibs. Free kick for a foul by Cummings. Oh, McCulloch. Miller rising with Hanlon. Allen. Black just clipped by Allen. Wallace. Away from Allen. Still going. Eventually Scott Robertson across it, and that's a goal kick.
Well, who does Kenny McDowell look to for a bit of leadership? Clearly, Lee McCulloch will try and organise things at the back. Don't think you can do much about the first goal other than trying to close down the shot a bit quicker. But the second goal, certainly the movement from the Hibs players, the desire to get into the dangerous areas. No one in that Rangers defence reacting to the first or second ball.
Rangers beaten in their last 3 away matches. The last time they lost 4 in a row on their domestic travels was back in 1986. They have a big job on their hands here. Liam Craig celebrating his birthday today and celebrating for sure at the moment. Stevenson will advance. McGregor, though, took charge.
Amazing that Stevenson was allowed to get on the end of that ball that had travelled quite some distance. Foster completely out of position.
It's come off Clark, it'll be a Hibs throw. Considering he needs a groin operation. There's some strike from David Gray. We'll be eager to get him through this Christmas New Year period. Darren McGregor grew up supporting Hibs. David Gray will take this throw. Space here for Cummings.
Well, that's a throw in that you learn at school, and Rangers are still bamboozled by it.
Stevenson, Craig, poked away by Nicky Law. Now Fraser Ed. Rangers had only conceded 5 goals on their championship travels this season, but they've let 2 in early on here at Easter Road. And Hibs have a firm grip on the game, although the next goal is so vital. Lovely layoff from Malonga for Gray. First time in, Robertson let it go for Cummings, he's offside. That's how to start a game. Just reward for the way Alan Stubbs has got Hibs playing this season. Handling. Stevenson. It is a foul by McGregor on Cummings.
Well, normally you see Cummings going in behind. This time he comes short, trying to receive it with his back to goal. Decent touch. One player with a lot of potential.
Here's Liam Fontaine. Actually seeking out Malonga, but it's won by Lee McCulloch. Black. Oh. He always looked like he was going to catch Scott Allen, and that's a yellow card, predictably, for Ian Black.
Yeah, it's just not the way to show that you're brave. It's typical of Ian Black. The jersey seems to be far too heavy for him. No surprise to see him picking up a yellow card. And discipline, such a big part of the game as well, Ian, especially these days where some of the yellow cards you can pick up for very little. That one totally deserved.
Fontaine now. Nice idea from Hanlon, didn't quite work out.
Yeah, getting the appreciation from the home support. Hibs are playing decent football. They're going down the left, going down the right. Passing's excellent. You saw there how close Black wanted to be on Scott Allen. He's the one that can make things tick in the middle of the park for the home side.
Foster. Scott Allen, who was linked with a move to Rangers in the summer, ended up at Hibs. Actually up towards Cummings, McGregor there. Craig. Stevenson now for handling. Here's Stevenson, Hibs' longest serving player, will take this throw. Paul Hannon has been around for a while too. Hanlon over the top. Lee Wallace finding it rather awkward. Jason Cummings. Goal kick.
Well, they're lucky, Rangers, because Lee McCulloch went short there. Lee Wallace stayed deep, and Hibs almost getting in behind. Just a lack of understanding there.
Fontaine, Malonga took it so well, handling, challenged by Black.
I think it's a better service to these Hibs front players. It's into their chest, they're laying it off, getting their short passing going. More controlled possession from Hibs.
Danny Hanling managed to get it through to Robertson. Allen. Stevie Smith now racing away. In towards Kenny Miller. Now Fraser Aird, if he can get there. No, it's trickled out, which kind of sums up Rangers' day so far.
He just seemed unsure on his feet there. I don't know if the surface is a bit too wet for him or whether he's got the right footwear on, but didn't seem sure-footed there.
Gordon Jury now working alongside Kenny McDowell. Gordon Jury, a former Hibs player, has won a scoring once or twice for Rangers. Nicky Law won it back. Smith. Smith back on his feet now. Cummings heading towards Simonson. Here is Smith. Can he put Kenny Miller in here? Fontaine away. Nicky Clark gets to it first. Still had Fontaine to contend with. Smith. Lee Wallace determined to make something happen. Miller trying to make contact. Ed was coming in too.
Better from Rangers. Worked it well down the left-hand side. Decent ball into the box. Well, this is what Rangers need a bit more of. Lee Wallace on the overlap. There's options in the box. Miller goes front, and it's just his slight touch keeps it away from Fraser Aird, who did well to come in off the touchline to get into that danger area.
David Gray will take the throw. Having got Hibs going with a stunning strike, added to by Jason Cummings at the end of a magnificent move. Danny Hanling holding off Black. Scott Allen now. It's met by McGregor. Miller kept it in but presented it back to Hibs. Craig. Fontaine. Cummings returns it. Malonga's over there. Nicky Law. Smith. Just too much on it for Nicky Law.
It's just that service into the front players, isn't it, Ian? It's not quite good enough. The weight of that pass when Law makes the forward run. It's got to be enough so that he's catching it on his chest or just in his path.
Hanlon. Malonga. McGregor tidying up.
It's a good mix, that, Malonga and Cummings. Malonga's got a lovely first touch, as you saw there.
Foster. It is offside against Nicky Clark. It's a Glasgow derby on New Year's Day, not the one we've been mostly used to over the years, but it's Partick Thistle against Celtic, 5:15 on Sky Sports 1. Hibs in a very comfortable position here against the team who are above them in the championship table. Craig, Stevenson, Hibs ready to have another go. McGregor sends it away for the throw. Stevenson. Cleared by McGregor. David Gray now across. Oh, such an inviting centre, but no takers whatsoever. And Rangers rather relieved that there weren't.
Well, yet again, you're seeing David Gray going down the right-hand side, getting a beautiful ball into the box. Look at his position here. And really, Cummings and Malonga should be breaking their necks to get into that 6-yard box.
Rangers are going to make a change, I think, shortly. Kyle Hutton's going to come on. Fontaine looking to get to that, and it was panic stations again for Rangers. Lee Wallace. Rangers desperate for some sort of response. Easier said than done at the moment against a Hibs side enjoying their football, but this could be a promising break. Kenny Miller for Fraser Aird. Aird looking to return it. Fontaine steered it away.
Much better from Kenny Miller, though. Really good touch in the middle of the park, setting his teammates away, and all of a sudden they got a ball into the box.
And Rangers, interestingly, are going to bring on Kyle Hutton for Ian Black very shortly. Black on a yellow card. Doesn't appear to be injured. Allen. Malonga. Handling. Allen for handling, just got away from him. Here is Black, who is about to be replaced. Miller. No way out for Rangers. Scott Robertson. Look at the space here for Cummings! Beaten away! And Robertson got to it first. And might have got a third for Hibs.
Yeah, Stevenson saves it. I think he should be doing better with the angle of the save. Pushing it away to his left rather than back in to the danger area. Almost allowed Hibs to get a rebound.
Well, Ian Black looks less than impressed by this. On a daft yellow card, mind. And the former Hearts player getting stick aplenty here as he's taken off with 33 minutes on the clock and replaced by Kyle Hutton, who will make only his second appearance of the season, his first since the opening day. He's been hampered by injuries of late, but that is a mighty call from Kenny McDowell.
It's probably the right one. It's a sad reflection on Ian Black that he got such a stupid yellow card and that they are already concerned with his discipline.
He has been sent off 7 times in his career before. And it's not the sort of game in which to get an early yellow. They can't really blame anyone else, though.
Well, management, I think, sometimes is about making strong decisions, big decisions. And Kenny McDowell, I think, has made the right call there.
Wallace, Law. There's McGregor. Over the head of Nicky Clark. That's a corner off Scott Allen. Stevie Smith is doing no more than putting some pressure on.
And that just allows the likes of McGregor, McCulloch to get forward.
Ten minutes to half-time. Stevie Smith's corner is a good one. We'll get the chance to send another in. So the Gray got sight of that. Smith tries again. Liam Craig pops it behind.
Well, these are better balls than from the right-hand side we saw earlier from Fraser Aird, who couldn't get a ball past the first man. At least these are allowing Rangers players to go and compete for it.
Third time lucky. Stevie Smith tries again. He was off balance, Lee McCulloch.
Well, the one thing you want to do when you're away from home is try and work the goalkeeper. And I think when you look at that one from McCulloch, counting as a first attempt, it really is a poor effort so far.
Liam Craig. Not a lot happening for Rangers.
Yeah, I think Hutton's just going to sit in front of that back four. I think Nicky Law is trying to get a bit closer to the front two with Clark and Miller. Rangers, I don't think have started yet. They haven't got any sort of controlled passing going, putting Hibs under any sustained level of pressure. Been poor stuff so far from the away side.
Rangers need to improve significantly and quickly. Ed. McGregor had to turn away there because Cummings had blocked the route back to Simonson. Miller. Free kick goes against Kenny Miller in favour of Liam Fontaine.
You can see here just grabbing a hold of Fontaine's arm. The referee was in a good position to spot that.
Here's Malonga. Gray now for handling. Fontaine has Stevenson available, but decides to... I think he was looking for Liam Craig, that was the plan.
Yeah, just the way that they're moving around these Hibs players. Malonga receiving it wide right, handling, receiving it on the halfway line. Cummings moving forward. A lot of options.
Gray. Hibs were 3-0 up at Ibrox at half-time in September. Do they fancy repeating that feat at Easter Road? Last time Hibs beat Rangers here in 2006, Chris Killen scored both goals and was later sent off in a 2-1 win, and Philip Sebo scored for Rangers. Yes, he really did. Here's Hanlon. Gray. Hibs coming into this on the back of just one defeat in 11 matches at Falkirk. Stevie Smith, but done by Miller. Clark unable to get to that though. And now Stevenson.
He's got really good composure on the ball, Lewis Stevenson. It wasn't one on, forward, and he just kept it. Didn't want to put an aimless ball into the last third.
Malonga. Here's Hutton. McGregor now for Foster. Ed returns it. Hutton. Foster. It's a foul by Foster.
Pretty toothless up front, Rangers. Passing has been poor, the service into the front players is poor, the occasional ball into the box. But it's a sad day when he is under a bit of pressure himself, Kenny McDowell, and one of his most experienced players puts him under a bit of pressure, and I think he's made the right call. I don't know if Black would have been able to contain his emotions today, keep his discipline.
Rangers might be glad to get through to half-time at just 2-0 down. Regroup and rethink. Danny handling. Scott Allen now for David Gray. He was on the prowl again. Nicky Law's clearance will be retrieved here by Allen. Hibbs playing with confidence. Allen, who's right up for this game. Gray, taken by Simonson.
Well, you can tell Scott Allen fancies it today. Loves the ball at his feet, loves the opponent to get really close so that he can show everyone what he can do.
Wallace with a cross. Miller's header flashes wide. And Rangers are going to have to ask a lot more questions than this.
Well, at least he gets in front of Fontaine, but just the muscle of Fontaine, he misses out on the ball, but he leans into Miller, making sure he doesn't get a clear attempt to goal.
Here there'll be another minute added on at the end of this half. Half that has belonged to Hibs. Lee Wallace will take this. What Rangers would give for a reply before half-time. It would be barely deserved, but they take it. Wallace aiming that towards McCulloch, but he can't get anywhere near it as we do move into 60 seconds of stoppage time. Malonga, who seems to make himself available. Robertson. Foster. Ed. Hutton. Hibs have been expressing themselves today. 2 early goals, an exceptional effort from David Gray, who also scored at Ibrox in September. And then at the end of a delightful move, a tap-in for Jason Cummings. Hibs have a firm grip on this game. Much more must be demanded of these Rangers players. They have been pretty poor. At the break at Easter Road, it's Hibs 2, Rangers 0.
Merry Christmas from Sky Sports. It's Hibernian 2, Rangers 0 at half-time. Shots on target, 3 for Hibs, 2 went in. Rangers have had no shots on target, but look at the stat at the very bottom. Hibs have bossed this game with 56% of possession. And McCann joins me here at Easter Road. Why then have Hibernian bossed this game?
More enthusiasm, a freedom of movement, a real drive to make things happen for me, Hibs. And you can be organised as you like, but there must be a freedom and a fluidity to give your players in the attacking sense, and Hibs have got that. Rangers haven't. Rangers have played a 4-4-2 formation, and it's rigid, and it's getting easily broken up by Hibs, and Hibs are punishing them in little gaps in between back fours, and I just think the 2-0 is quite flattering for Rangers.
Let's look at the first goal. Nicky Law was the man closest to David Gray, who had a hell of a hit. But should he have made it more difficult for him? Should he have been closer and indeed braver?
Well, he's not doing enough for the cause, let's be honest about it. But what Hibs have done, they've done exactly as I thought they would do. They narrow. Scott Allen's going through the box, so it drags everyone in a blue jersey, frees up David Gray, who's got energy to get forward. And I tell you what, that angle here doesn't quite do that justice.
Yeah.
Because we'll see in the last angle, it's such a sweet strike. But watch Nicky Law. He's got to get closer. What does he do? He turns his back. He stops a yard away and turns his back. And I tell you what, David Gray's got 0 to aim at. But what about that for a strike? That is unstoppable. It's a quite stunning strike, and it's deserving of opening up the football match to get Hibs into the lead. But you're right, Nicky Law should do a lot better.
Is that perhaps a symptom of Rangers lacking confidence?
Well, I said it before the game. We saw Alan Stubbs exuding confidence and relaxed. And then we saw Kenny McDowell. I thought he looked fearful. I thought he looked as if he didn't want to be here. And that is not what the Rangers players need. They need to win this game because Hearts will win against Livingston. I believe Hibs are on the rise. They're a team full of endeavour, a real inner belief that they can go and get promotion, and the performance today will certainly back that up. Rangers need to step up, and so far they've not done it. They've had no answers.
Well, they fell 2-0 down on 12 minutes. Jason Cummings, who scored a double at Ibrox back in September, got this one. And did we see here again the Alan Stubbs game plan being rolled out on a plate, if you like?
Yeah, well, what we see is the Rangers capitulation. This is criminal. We've got a wee freeze on it here. Now, I just want to highlight, that is Foster and McGregor. McGregor being the closest arrow to Simonson. He should go backwards, and Foster should then protect his centre-back. He's got a man outside him, Liam Craig, who will knock it in. For some reason, Ricky Foster, a real experienced player, decides to come out of that area to go to the edge of the box. I can't quite grasp it. Lee Wallace drops David Gray. He could score, and as we run it on, we can see how poor this looks on a Rangers half. But full marks to Hibs because they put it in an area and they've got bodies who want to go and score goals. That is not good enough for Rangers. It is all over the place defensively, but it's very, very good from Hibs. And you're right, it's something that they've done all day, is find little gaps in between the lines. They get deliveries in the box and they get people willing to go beyond. That's Liam Craig going beyond. It's David Gray, the fullback, going beyond. And it's nothing less in what Hibs deserve was 2-0.
Well, can Kenny McDowell then shut those little gaps that the Hibs players have been exploiting? He said before his first game in charge of Rangers that there is turmoil at Ibrox. Well, there's turmoil at Easter Road in the Rangers' defence and elsewhere on the pitch. Can they sort it out in the second half? Oh, well, Hibs will beat them again. The second half is next. There's plenty more live football on Sky Sports this festive weekend. Leaders Chelsea head to Southampton in the English Premier League. That's the first of a double bill on Super Sunday. That's tomorrow. Sky Sports 1 at 1:55, followed by Newcastle against Everton at 4. The Monday Night Football sees Liverpool take on Swansea from 7 on Sky Sports 1. And on the same channel on New Year's Day, Stoke take on Manchester United at 12:30. Here in the Scottish Championship,
Going to come to David Gray, who set himself. Phenomenal goal! Malonga, Allen's cross, Craig, Cummings! Hibs 2, Rangers 0.
and there is a young man there who scored the second goal for Hibernian. 3 goals in 2 games for 19-year-old Jason Cummings against Rangers. Rangers aren't out yet. Neil McCann, David Gray, they got the first goal incidentally. How do Hibernian stop Rangers getting back into this game?
Well, we believe Rangers are making a little change. John Daly coming on for Fraser Aird, which certainly suggests that they're going to try and nullify Hibs getting in between the lines. They'll change their shape, probably go with 4-3-3. It's Boyd actually, and it's not Daly. Well, we've been throwing a bit of a steer, but certainly they need a goal threat, and Chris Boyd will provide that. But it won't change the shape. They have to do something to stop Hibs dominating the midfield area. Then that'll let Foster and Wallace bomb up the wings and try and provide the service. But I expect Rangers to go a little bit more direct now.
Should Chris Boyd feel unlucky not to have started the game?
Well, yeah, again, I would have preferred to have seen probably Boydie play with Nicky Clark. But listen, regardless who's playing, they need to get goals.
Well, dramatic afternoon here at Easter Road. Hibernian cruising at the moment. Can Rangers get back into it in the second half? Let's rejoin our commentators, Andy Walker and Ian Crocker.
Hibs sitting pretty on a 2-0 lead here, but the next goal is the critical one in this game. And football has flowed from Hibs at times, but Rangers have been abject.
Yeah, the passing's been awful. We're obviously looking for a bit of inspiration from Boyd. Nicky Clark, as you see here, is going to drop a bit deeper. Wide right of a 4. Boyd up top with Miller.
Nicky Law gets a free kick off Lewis Stevenson. Rangers, long-suffering fans will be hoping to see a very different display in this second half. Boyd trying to get near that. Rangers have already used 2 of their subs. Ian Black taken off after receiving yet another yellow card. You wouldn't have been surprised if he'd got a red. Carl Hutton replaced him. Hibs breaking out though with Allen, who's had a good game, but then so have quite a few in this Hibs team, and Carl Hutton has left Allen in a heap there.
Surprised he's not picking up a yellow from Bobby Madden. That was late. And Allen, as I mentioned earlier, really happy for people to get close to him because he's skillful enough, he's strong enough to resist most challenges to dispossess him.
Here's Malonga. Some terrific touches from him in this game. Stevenson. Craig. Malonga. Allen. Skips away from Boyd. Cummings. And Boyd seemed determined to give away a free kick there. Advantage has been played again. Gray. Wallace grapples with him and wins the throw. Bobby Madden is going to have a word with Chris Boyd here, who was putting himself about a bit too enthusiastically, shall we say.
I think Bobby Madden does well. No need for any cards there, but a quiet word in the ear certainly added a bit of spice. Boyd wants to get close to opponents, wants to get involved.
Robertson advancing now. And Craig took a sore one there.
Well, Boyd, as you see, challenging Danny Handling. Nothing in that at all, but Liam Craig certainly felt as though he threw an elbow at him just a minute or so ago. Having a word with the ref right now.
Lewis Stevenson will take this throw. Kenny Miller now for Nicky Law. Wallace. Law. Houghton. Miller. It's going to go through to Mark Oxley.
Well, Liam Craig, I think the reason for him being unhappy was here with Boyd. You just see his left elbow there, making contact with Craig. I don't think it was deliberate. I think what it has done is added a bit of spice to the game. Start of the second half. Hibs know they're going to be in for a few challenges.
Ricky Clark's return to Richard Foster goes out. Here's Lee Wallace. Hutton now for Stevie Smith, who has dropped back. Up towards Clark. Hanlon there first. Away by Gray. It's been a baptism of fire for Kenny McDowell in his role as caretaker manager following the departure of Ali McCoist. Wallace. Robertson. Given away to Nicky Law. It's Foster. Over the head of Clark, at the feet of Gray. Seeking out Malonga. McCulloch clambered above him. Smith's cross will go for a corner, and the Rangers fans at that end hoping to see plenty of action this half.
Well, I think the Rangers fans are just reacting to the players, showing that they maybe care in this half. They certainly weren't getting involved in the first 45.
Would have been an idea to show it from the start, wouldn't it?
Sparked them into life a bit.
Smith's corner. Boyd. That's a little loose though. Danny handling onto it. Foster. There's a shot by Boyd, but Hibs have it anyway with Robertson. Scott Allen. Craig.
If I was a Hibs player, I'd be getting the ball to Scott Allen at every opportunity. He is in the mood and quite happy to accept challenges no matter how close these Rangers players get to him.
Malonga. Hanlon. Handling. Now Gray. Craig. Malonga. Taken off his toes by Smith. Nicky Law. finding some room. Lee Wallace. David Gray blocks that. Foster. It's Nicky Law. Blocked by Fontaine. Law again. Blocked by Gray. With a half-hearted handball appeal, although Gray was so close to the shot.
Well, I don't know whether Liam Fontaine threw himself into that or whether it hit him, because Nicky Law made a really good connection here. Look at the 5. He certainly gets himself into a good position. I'm happy to take one for the team. That's good defending. Rangers are showing a bit of life at last.
Hibs haven't scored too many at home, but they haven't conceded too many either in the Championship. Just 6. And they're in no mood to budge here with a 2-0 lead against Rangers. Allen now for Robertson. Here's handling. Survived Nicky Law's attention. Handling. Gray. Liam Craig and Darren McGregor go for it. Gray. Cummings. Gray wants it back. Foul by Wallace. Free kick for Hibs.
Well, he's got such a fine turn of pace, Cummings. Wallace is always aware of that threat. It certainly relieved the pressure on Hibs, put them on the front foot here. Everyone back defending for Rangers.
Scott Allen will take this. Allen delivers. Poor free kick though. Hibs and Rangers meeting at Easter Road for the first time in 3 years. Only 4 survivors from that last meeting. Malonga. He's got there. But it was a handball.
Yeah, I think the handball was given by the linesman, who was in a good position to see it. I think the worry for Rangers is that Darren McGregor was completely unaware of the run. And it is a good decision from the linesman.
Malonga. Connacht made the challenge. Gray. Cummings. It's taken back by Nicky Law. Trying to find a route out. Kept in by Robertson. That'll do nicely for Hibs. Boyd and Fontaine go for that. Alan Stubbs in his first managerial posting. Had been working at Everton. Free kick for Boyd.
Silly foul from Fontaine. He's not getting the ball here. No need to get the two arms into the back. Or Boyd here. Will just allow Stevie Smith to get a dangerous ball into the box.
Rangers' need is urgent. Stevie Smith delivers. Punched away by Oxley. Nicky Law back in. Chris Boyd unable to react. An opportunity gone.
Well, it's normally the type of goal that you associate with Boyd. Just a loose ball falling to him into the box. Just a ricochet there. Normally he makes a really good connection because he's always on his toes. Not on that occasion.
He has gone 7 championship games without a goal. But his winner for Kilmarnock here back in May plonked Hibs into the playoffs. Wallace back in his home city where he played for Hearts. Here's Foster. Clark. Taking on Stevenson here. Fontaine has to slap it away for a corner.
Well, Clark changing his role now. Right of a 4, getting down to the byline, getting a cross into the box.
McCulloch and Darren McGregor in there with Boyd. Bobby Madden has spotted something here. Having a word with Paul Hanlon to explain the situation.
What we spotted here, maybe the McCulloch and Hanlon, just the wrestling match. We'll be at it again.
Stevie Smith's corner. Oxley grabs it. Just what you want your keeper to do. An hour played at Easter Road and Hibs' 2-0 lead, accrued early, remains intact. Malonga. Hutton got involved. Smith, Boyd. They'll be thankful to get a free kick out of that after a poor touch.
Yeah, it was a dodgy first touch, but he got away with it. Again, he's got a free kick, and it's part of the game. As a striker, get what you can. Throw-ins, free kicks, fouls, corners. He's still on the front foot. And you're right, Ian, this third goal in the game, if Rangers get it, it's game on.
Stevie Smith might fancy this. He does. Diversion results in a corner which Smith will also take. Decent spell this for Rangers, but they need to make it count. Stevie Smith tries again, Oxley comes again, and it's the same outcome. Rangers better in this second half, but then it would have been hard to have been worse. Stevenson. Nicky Clark tracking back.
Excellent defending from Clark, but really good distribution. Not only a comfortable take from Oxley, his distribution to Stevenson was top draw.
Here's Hanlon. Away by McGregor. Robertson. Robertson, he's in! It's another one for Hibs! Scott Robertson this time! A dazzling display from Hibs! A desperate display from Rangers!
Well, what a tremendous finish. But look at the pass here from Scott Allen. There's a bit of disguise in it. The weight in it is perfect. But look at Allen here. Robertson continues the run. Foster just doesn't expect it. And his first touch sets himself for the shot at goal with his second. The pass from Allen was absolutely exquisite. There's one touch now. Where's the composure? Guiding it away from Stevenson. And Hibs a 3-goal advantage now.
It's a rare goal for Scott Robertson, but it's a well-taken, fabulous finish. You may have been in the clear, but you still have to deliver. Sometimes it's not so easy in those situations. He made it look so. Hibs have scored the critical third goal.
Well, almost half an hour to go. Some of the Hibs fans had enough. Sorry, the Rangers fans have had enough. I don't know if the Hibs fans have had enough.
Doubt that. Boyd. Lee Wallace. Smith. Boyd. Clark. Not the best of efforts.
Well, that third goal was going to be so important. Robertson's got it. Allen, the best man on the pitch for me, was the one who was involved. That pass there is delicious. Just allowing Robertson with his first touch to go left or right. Really was a wonderful goal.
McGregor now for Foster.
I think one of the big keys for Rangers players now is to keep their discipline, stay 11 men on the park.
Nicky Clark gave that away. Here's Malonga. Scott Allen. No foul. Foster away from Craig. Boyd. Nicky Law stopped on the line by Fontaine, and Clark unable to follow up, and the free kick's been given.
Well, really good header from Chris Boyd to keep this alive. He's up against two of them here, muscles his way in. What a wonderful goal line clearance from Fontaine, helping his goalkeeper out. Tremendous team defending here from Hibs. Law is so unlucky it doesn't end up in the back of the net, but Fontaine keeps it out.
Ron Stubbs will be delighted that his team have put another show on against Rangers, winners at Ibrox earlier in the season. And it's not like they've edge these games either. 3-1 at Ibrox, 3-0 here.
Yeah, I think it's a slow process for Alan Stubbs taking over this new look team, trying to put his stamp on it. I think we're beginning to see it. A good distance back from Hibs, but they're playing some wonderful stuff.
Here they go again with Jason Cummings. Lewis Stevenson. Cummings. Gray. Allen. Terrific display from him. Stevenson. Here's Malonga. Craig for Stevenson. It's Danny Howling! And it flashes wide. It could have been 4-0.
Well, I've got to say I fancy them because it's the strongest part of his game, I think. Finishing. Stevenson does really well to keep this in. The first touch is good enough for him to find the target there. Danny Handling. Hibs are running riot here. Rangers players can't get close to it. It goes through the legs of Wallace. Handling can't believe it's not in the back of the net.
Scored but was then sent off against Rangers in the Challenge Cup at the start of the season. Hibs were rather unfortunate to lose that day in extra time. Rangers' recent history so littered with turbulence. Fans must be wondering what on earth could possibly happen to them next.
Well, it's all about the playoffs now for Rangers. Hearts look really strong, look consistent. Hibs are gathering a bit of momentum. Rangers have to get a style of play in place and remain in those playoff positions to make sure that they're competitive. And I tell you what, Ian, on the evidence of what we've seen, not just of today but the last few weeks, it's going to be a tall order.
Scott Allen taking on Rangers again. Craig! 4-0! Exhilarating from Hibs! This has been an astounding display from the men in green.
Well, it's turning into a bit of a rout. Half of the players go to the goal scorer, Liam Craig, but the other half go to that man, Scott Allen, for yet another set-up. It's a wonderful volley from Liam Craig. It's controlled. He doesn't lash out at it. He guides it towards the target. He meets it first time and gets it away from Steve Simonson. Yet again, it's a wonderful finish from these Hibs players. I can't believe that's his first league goal of the season.
Liam Craig scores on his 28th birthday. Scott Allen once again making a major contribution to the cause.
Well, he set the standard now, Ian. I think he can dominate games like this more often. He's a wonderful talent. His range of passing, I think he actually quite likes someone to try and get close to him. He's so quick on the ball. That first yard, he can create a shot or a pass. What more to come from him?
It's the first time that Hibs have scored 4 goals against Rangers since 1964 at Ibrox. Hutton now. Smith. Smith again. Nicky Clark. Unconvincing, stopped by Craig. Scott Allen is on his way again. It's been a colossal display from Allen. And after that bit of trickery, he gets a free kick. Outstanding.
He's loving it, isn't he? He's asking the referee to take a bit of action. 4 times he's been brought down, he's saying. But he has had absolutely no response from his players. There's a lack of heart, a lack of fight. Neil McCann mentioned it at half-time. Just very basic ingredients that you want from any team.
The Hibs fans are keeping the ball at the moment. Callum Booth is going to come on shortly for David Gray, who is, as we've mentioned, needing that groin operation, so they can afford to give him a bit of a rest at 4-0 up. Hibs will make that change now, I think. Callum Booth was on loan at Raith Rovers last season when they beat Rangers in the Challenge Cup final. There's always someone to haunt Rangers at the moment. David Gray started the scoring spree today, and that's worth another look.
He is getting a fantastic reception from the home supporters, and no wonder. Look at that strike. I thought he should have taken it first time. But the first touch to control and then that drive, brilliant effort. He deserves this standing ovation.
That was a work of art from David Gray. Callum Booth on in his place. Allen. Liam Craig. That was his first league goal since January. Booth returns it to Hanlon. Handling. Hanlon.
It's remarkable to think, Ian, that Hearts win later on. 15 points of a gap before the turn of the year between them and Rangers. You look at the investment in this playing squad at Ibrox. An extraordinary turnaround at this stage of the season.
Hibs are going to move within 4 points of Rangers as well. Allen. It's all come together for this Hibs side today. Everything Alan Stubbs would have wanted to see. Although Rangers have been woeful. Kept in by Foster, but for Stevenson. Cummings. Malonga.
It's only pass on. And they can't get close to Malonga. Amazing display from some of these Rangers players. Real lack of effort.
Foster looking for Boyd. He's actually got the free kick. Forgettable day, not that he'll be allowed to forget it. Nobody connected with Rangers will. Not many of their fans left now. Stevie Smith, straight into Oxley. Just not good enough. Nowhere near. Edinburgh derby to come next for Hibs. Nice way to warm up for it. Allen. Craig. Malonga. Booth, offside that'll be surely against Craig.
Just surprised that Callum Booth played it. He must have known his teammate was offside there, but Hibs knocking it around so easily. Opposition players not willing to close down.
Thumbs up from Alan Stubbs, just a bit. Foster. Boy, really connected with Hanlon there. Unintentionally. Oh, Lewis Stevenson. McGregor took charge and needed to. Hibs sure have been in the zone today. Not quite sure where Rangers have been. Allen, Craig. What's the free kick? On New Year's Day, it's the Glasgow derby. That one, Partick Thistle versus Celtic, 5:15 on Sky Sports 1. Hibs have had 4 shots on target in this game. They've all been goals. That's the way to do it. Hutton. Hutton. Foster. This boy grounded and having a look at Bobby Madden. And the Stubbs just back from a toilet break there. You know it's going well when you don't bother to hold on until the end.
Well, I'm sure he'll look to get maybe 1 or 2 others on between now and the end of the match, give them a taste of experience. It's always a tough time for your squad, this, when you're playing a lot of games in a short space of time.
Dean Shields is going to be the last of the Rangers subs. Will come on against his former club. Wallace. Smith. Hanlon. Needs a second go at that. Here's Callum Booth. Stevenson. McGregor will send this back to Simonson. And here comes that change. Kenny Miller will be one ex-Hibs man, making way for another. Dean Shields spent 5 years here after joining them a decade ago from Arsenal. Scored a couple of goals lately, unlike a few of his fellow strikers. Foster. Foster. Boyd. Goal kick. Well, the last time Rangers lost by a 4-goal margin was back in August 2000. Celtic 6, Rangers 2. Some game that was. Hibs are going to throw on Sam Stanton and Matthew Kennedy shortly. Stevenson, Allen. No longer. McCulloch's going to get a yellow card.
No, that's frustration, lack of discipline. Lee McCulloch's not been close to his marker this afternoon.
Handling. Allen. Cummings is chasing this. Lee Wallace goes with him. Cummings having a little look around. Callum Boo's actually not far away. Malonga, Handling, Allen. Allen looking for another precise pass. He's had a few. Double change for Hibs. Sam Stanton made his debut as a 17-year-old in a 4-0 defeat to Rangers nearly 3 years ago. Other way around this time. Jason Cummings is coming off. Cummings, who scored the second goal after a magnificent move. Danny Handling will be replaced as well. Matthew Kennedy, who played for Alan Stubbs in Everton's under-21 team, on loan from Goodison, started at Kilmarnock.
Good number of young players as well. I think it shows that Hibs are heading in the right direction. They've got some talented young boys who are only going to get better. The best years in front of them. Alan Stubbs has got a good group to work with.
This is the first time Hibs have scored 4 goals against Rangers at Easter Road since 1951. Boyd. Kennedy. Supported by Stevenson. Stopped by McGregor. Kennedy, on back by McGregor. Given away by Clark to Craig. Allen.
Well, you get the impression from some of these Rangers players that they can't wait till the final whistle goes. And it really is a desperate sight for some of the Rangers fans to see. I think it all stemmed initially in the first half, Ian, when you've got an experienced player like Ian Black and he's not to be trusted. He can't keep his composure. It's a shocking reflection on him, and it's going to be a huge job for Kenny McDowell just to look to the next game, try and give these players some sort of lift.
Alan Stubbs was playing the last time Rangers suffered as heavy a defeat as this in that 6-2 game for Celtic back in 2000. Last minute of the 90. Foster, Shields, Fontaine in his way.
Really solid Fontaine, isn't he? All afternoon, vital goal line and clearance as well. And he's met the challenge of every front player that Rangers have had.
Mickey Law. Foster. Stevenson. There will be just 2 minutes added on. Hutton. Over the top here for Nicky Clark, but he's not even going to manage an effort on target.
Well, I don't know whether he was maybe expecting Mark Oxley to be closer and he was going to take a hit, but normally Clark can get on the end of that type of through ball, take a decent first touch and finish.
Hibs, who beat Rangers 3-1 at Ibrox in September, thumping them 4-0 here. Chris Boyd looks to get a shot away. Paul Hammond not allowing him to. It is a corner, but it all matters not really for Rangers now.
A really strong partnership, that Hanlon and Fontaine. Boyd's been up there, Miller's been up there. And they've handled them really well.
Stevie Smith takes it. All that remains is for Hibs to keep a clean sheet. Nicky Clark's header will drop behind. The whistle is imminent. It's been an outstanding display from Alan Stubbs' side. It's glory, glory to the Hibernians and some. Swashbuckling from Hibs, but Rangers were frankly embarrassing. Hibs were 2-0 up early on. David Gray's screamer. Jason Cummings with a tap-in after a wonderful move. Scott Robinson and Liam Craig also got in on the act. Not bad for Liam Craig on his 28th birthday. And it's going to be a very happy new year for Hibs as they prepare for the Edinburgh Derby. A resounding victory and a huge scalp. A 3-1 win and a 4-0 win over Rangers this season in the Championship. Says so much about this team. Scott Allen, perhaps the standout player. A magnificent performance and a day to savour. It's not often you get to give the old firm a bashing, but Hibs well and truly did that today. Sunshine on Leaf rings around this famous old ground. As for Rangers, well, their players need to take a very long look at themselves, that's for sure. Torrid times for Rangers Football Club, who are often wondering what's going to happen next. What happened here is that Hibs really hit them where it hurts. It finishes at Easter Road. Hibs 4, Rangers 0.
Happy 28th birthday to the Hibernian captain Liam Craig today. A 4-0 win, and he got that 4th goal. And the Hibernian fans are milking this one for all they can. Hibernian now move to within 4 points of Rangers in 2nd place. Remember, Hibs moved up to 3rd place for the first time this week since September. It's been a hell of a run for them. Hearts can go 15 points clear if they win at bottom club Livingston today. Hearts sold 5,500 tickets for that one. So those are the rest of the games today, but all eyes on Hearts now at Livingston. Livingston, of course, party company with their manager during the week as well. John McGlynn has gone, and Hearts are aiming to go 15 points clear there today.
It's going to come to David Gray, who set himself. Phenomenal goal! Malonga, Allen's cross, Craig, Cummings! Hibs 2, Rangers 0. Allen, Robertson, he's in! It's another one for Hibs! Scott Allen taking on Rangers again. Craig! 4-0! Exhilarating from Hibs!
Hibs come to the fore, the worst possible start for Kenny McDowell at Rangers. Alan Stubbs is a Merry Christmas. Liam Craig is a happy birthday. Let's hear from him and man of the match, Scott Allen.
Scott, Liam, very well done. Scott, just how good was that?
Just delighted to get the 3 points and right back in the race and right back up there. It's brilliant, and I thought the boys were fantastic.
What about your performance? You seem to be involved in everything today.
My game's about getting on the ball and setting chances up for my teammates, and thankfully I was able to do that today.
Liam, is this a sign of an ever-improving Hibs team?
Yeah, we keep going on about that. Everyone keeps asking us, are we improving, are we improving? We can just take it game by game. We feel we've made massive strides for the start of the season, and I think we've showed that, you know, not just today, but going to places like Alloa and Cowdenbeath, you know, and getting results. And, you know, I think we're capable of this result as we've showed today. And, you know, we take each game as it comes and we look forward to the derby next week now.
It was a big win against Rangers last time. What does this do for confidence? So 4-0?
No, the confidence is there. You know, 1 defeat in our last 13, 14 games. You know, it's really good at any level. And, you know, a great bunch of boys here and, you know, a great management team. And I think we're reaping the rewards now for how hard we're working.
Can you catch Rangers?
Yeah, it's down to 4 points now. You know, we've still to play them twice, and you know, still 17, 18 games to go. But like I say, we take each game as it comes, and you know, our focus now is on catching Rangers and then take it from there.
Well, Scott was the man of the match. Can you hand over the champagne, please?
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to the Hibs players and to the Hibs fans. Rangers, on the other hand, well, it's an awful Christmas for their supporters. You called it before the game. You said that Hibs would win. Did it go exactly as you thought it would?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, well, I said I feared for Rangers today, and that was purely down to Hibs. how Hibs have been playing, how they want to go and dominate the field from their central area, and Rangers didn't deal with it in the first half. I'm absolutely flabbergasted, if I use that word, that they didn't do it in the second half. They take off a winger, they bring Nicky Clark into his wide position, and they stick with a 4-4-2, and the two midfielders, again for Hibs, go and run the show, and they get another 2 goals. Absolute humiliation for Rangers for me, because Rangers shouldn't have been beat 4-0, but Hibs absolutely 100% deserved it. They were excellent.
Touching on that midfield subject then, why did you give young Scott Allen the man of the match?
I just thought he was outstanding. I felt that he grew in confidence within the game. He wanted to go and hurt Rangers in terms of moving off the ball, playing in between the lines that I spoke about. Look at him here in the orange boots, as you can see there. He's playing in between the lines of the 4. He gets the ball and then he's positive. And what about that for a weight of the pass? And that's his teammate in the middle of the park, Robertson, going beyond. Not just sitting and waiting to see what happens. Midfielder who wants to go and hurt Rangers, and he did it. And what about that for a finish? It was sublime. But the weight of the pass is absolutely spot on. Great first touch, and then the rest just go and put it in the side netting. And I thought Hibs overall, from front to back, were absolutely excellent.
They certainly were. And you spoke at half-time about the gaps between midfield and defence for Rangers that Hibs exploited. Did we see that again at the 4th goal?
Well, again, yeah. I just look at the gaps. There are 4. There's Liam Craig on his bike. He's getting in between the lines. Again, it's a midfielder going like he did for the second goal. He's going beyond. It's the other midfielder, Scott Allen, who tees him up, and it's a lovely finish on Liam Craig's weaker foot. Look at Nicky Law. He should be busting his backside to get back in and tracking Liam Craig. He doesn't. He just drops him, and he's focused on the ball. He doesn't need to worry about the ball. Where's the man? It's just run off him. And that happened all day for Rangers. It's not good enough. I think Hibs, out of possession, were organised defensively. In possession, there was a freedom there to go and express themselves and go and hurt Rangers, and boy, did they not do it. It's
the first time that Hibernian have scored 4 against Rangers for 50 years. Let's hear from their caretaker manager now, Kenny McDowell.
Kenny, can you put that into words today?
Hugely disappointing, especially for the support that were here to support us today. I think the best team won, and we don't have any excuses at all.
What went wrong?
Obviously, 2 down after 12 minutes is not an ideal start, you know, and all the work that we've done during the week, that goes up in the air after that, you know. But no, it was disappointing, and I'd just like to apologise to our support for letting them down, and it was a difficult day.
Is there anything more you can do, or are the players hiding to a degree?
I don't think it's the right time to be talking about. Obviously, the heads are down in there. We'll have a chat on Monday, and we'll go over the game again. But at the moment, we've just got to keep working away. I've been told to carry on, so I need to try and get the players up and go to the next game.
You said you've been told to carry on. Does it make you think of how tough a job this is going to be?
I was under no illusion that it was going to be easy. I've been working with Ali and Walter. And it's always been tough, and it's a tough job anyway at the best of times, even when it's going well. So, no, not at all. I knew it was a tough job.
We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Does Kenny look to you like a man who wants the job?
No.
Therefore, should the Rangers board dip into, well, their own pockets, the club can't afford it, should they dip into their own pockets, all the people who have taken money out of the game, out of the club, in payments and in wages and so on, should they be dipping into their pockets now to salvage this season and bring in someone?
Well, they need to do something to arrest it, because if the manager and the man in control of the team can't exude confidence and to get his players going, then how are things going to improve? Because that team looked defeated on the pitch. They didn't look as if they could find a way back in. Kenny quite clearly is still hurting from Ali McCoy's leaving the job, and he doesn't look comfortable there. I feel for him a little bit, because that's not nice to see a man who's hurting, as the result was. But they need to do something quick.
It's the first time Rangers have lost a game by a 4-goal margin since they lost 6-2 at Celtic Park in 2000. Neil played that day. So did Alan Stubbs for Celtic. Let's hear from the victorious Hibernian manager now with Luke Shanley.
Alan, very well done. How good was that from your point of view?
I think when you stand in this position, very rarely do you talk about a complete performance. And I feel as if today the lads have just produced a complete performance. You know, I thought we dominated in every area of the field. You know, the players deserve all the credit. We've worked really hard all week on where we were going to hit Rangers. how we were going to hurt Rangers, and today it's nice when everything comes together.
Can you catch Rangers now? Are you looking up?
Well, if we keep playing like we did today, then we'll give ourselves a chance. It's going to be difficult. I said we're going to improve, and we'll keep going and we'll keep going. But when you've got results like today, it's going to enhance that chance.
Very well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Well done to Alan Stubbs today. Neil, thank you very much today for joining us. Have a good New Year when it comes. And we're back on New Year's Day. A Glasgow derby, Partick Thistle against Celtic, 5:15 on Sky Sports 1. 3 games from Scotland in that first week. Motherwell take on Aberdeen. Motherwell, of course, under new management. That's on Sunday, January the 4th on Sky Sports 1 at 3. And then Monday, January the 5th, Kilmarnock v Celtic at 7:30, again on Sky Sports 1. Stay with us right here on Sky Sports 1 because it's Glasgow v Edinburgh next. Marcella Scotstoun next here on Sky Sports 1. Well, the Hibernian fans have had a very Merry Christmas. Not so for Rangers fans, to say the least. Bye for now.